Hi there, Aquarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl. We're looking at July 20 through July 26. Everything is happening in pairs this week, Aquarius. There's two planets going out of phase this week. One of them is yours. Uranus, your ruler, along with Venus, the goddess of love, is going out of phase. Now, Uranus is out of phase for 5 months through December 26. Uranus, of course, is the rebel planet of the zodiac. And turning retrograde, staying in the holding position of being retrograde through December 26, giving you a good 5-month period to access your inner rebel. Uranus is the rogue planet of the zodiac, so this retrograde is the time to do wrong right. Don't be surprised if there's a general slowdown, because with this latest retrograde, half the planets in the solar system, Venus, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, are now moving backwards. Now, Venus, the goddess of love, is going out of phase in Leo, which is your opposite sign, your one-on-one relationship zone. And I really do feel that this is going to give you a much-needed chance to work out if you're in the right relationship. Are you with the right person? Are you better off single? Are you happy being in a partnership? Are you unhappy being single? Do you want to do something about it? A lot of things Venus retrograde is going to stir up for you. And, with Venus in Leo, the sign ruled by the heart, I think it's going to be a lot of makeups to breakups to makeups maybe. You've already seen a rather shocking breakup between Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, a couple that we all thought were kind of going to stay together forever. And I figure Kourtney Kardashian, not that she's as, whatever, she's an Aries, Jen Garner's an Aries, Ben's a Leo. So kind of interesting that that's already happening. And I'm sure we're going to see other interesting breakups with Aquarius, with Librans, with Geminis, with Aries and Leos, So it'll be interesting to see how people fare through Venus retrograde. It's definitely not a time to get married, not a time to get engaged, not a great time to go on a romantic holiday with your other half, and not a great time to get into a new relationship either, because you're going to be looking towards the past a lot and you'll be comparing the new person to the old person. And that's totally unfair to the new person, because they have no idea you're doing that unless, of course, you tell them, which you might, being an Aquarius. But you've got to understand that you're not with that person from the past because it didn't work out. And if you are looking for a successful relationship which has a chance of working out, you've got to move on. And that's what you're doing. And you're on a date and you're sitting there and you're thinking, but he or she is not, Susie or Bob, whoever you're comparing them to. So try and remember that, because comparison really is the thief of happiness. I love that quote. And it's true. The more we compare ourselves to others, the more we come up wanting and thinking we're not good enough. And you've got no idea how, people comparing yourself to other people is very damaging. Venus governs marriage. No one should tie the knot when the goddess of love is stuck in the past. So if you find yourself at a wedding over the next 5 weeks, don't buy a gift. Because chances are it won't last a year, and then you don't have to buy a gift. I think as crazy as that rule is, it's one of those rules that a lot of people take advantage of. I've been to so many weddings and there's like 3 gifts. I'm like, where's all the gifts? And they're like, oh, you've got a year. And I'm like, but I bought mine with me. I was silly. And of course, 6 months later, and I'm like, well, maybe I can get that nice kettle back or whatever I gave you. But of course, that's gone in the divorce. So I understand the rules. And if you do go to a wedding, don't spend too much money on it, because it might, could be like the runaway bride a little bit. Anyway, have a great week. Great speaking to you. I look forward to speaking to you again next week, and be kind to yourself, Aquarius.